Good morning, students. In class 8, today we will see chapter number 1, that is Arrival of Europeans in India. Okay, so here, students, you have already completed this chapter, so we will have a revision part of this chapter. Okay, so here we will talk about the Indian history. See, it is divided in three parts, that is, ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. So, what is the speciality of medieval history? Medieval history is starting from the 7th century to 1700 century. Okay, and what about the modern history? The Britishers came to India, that is after 17th century modern history started. Okay, after that, here you can see the different foreigners came to our country. Okay, Portugal, Dutch, then Britishers and France. Okay, that is the French. Now they came to India for what? For business. Why they came to India? Because in our country, cotton, silk, spices, gold, etc. were famous. Okay, all over the world. So it was having a demand. Indian trader increases the price of good, and that is why. See, if anything is having a demand, for example, there is a more demand of anything. Okay, for example, there are five people. Okay, and we are having only three mobile. Okay, and five people need mobile. Okay, so but in the stock there is only three mobile. So what is there? The demand of mobile is more. Okay, so for that actually the need of the people are five. Okay, so all people want, all that five people want that mobile. Okay, so the demand of mobile is high, that is why the person, the shopkeeper, he can make the demand more, he can increase the price. Why? Because the demand is more, so he can automatically increase the price. Okay, and here also if you know that key in when corona came, okay, at that time many people just made the higher price of the oranges. Okay, before that also it was having some of the rate, but after people come to know that especially the patients of corona need orange juice more. Okay, and that is why the people know that there is a great demand of oranges, so they made his its price higher, and then also the people are buying it. Why the people are buying it? Because it is having more demand. Now, before understanding this chapter, it is very necessary to understand about the Mughal emperors. Okay, so here you can easily find out. See, during 1526 to 1530, Babur came to our country. He ruled in our country at that time. Then Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, okay, then Shah Jahan, then Aurangzeb. Okay, all the Mughal rulers I am talking about, okay, not the others. So, especially here we talk about different Mughal rulers, okay. So, what happened next? Different countries people came to our India. Okay, and especially they came from this side. Okay, especially Calicut, Puducherry, Pulicat, then some of the area of Tamil Nadu and Surat. Okay, these were the places, okay, where they started their business. Okay, especially the foreigners, all that for the different countries people. Okay, and here we can see it is, see the border part. Okay, especially they are coming by the ship, that is why they come to border area. Okay, Now here we talk about, first of all, that the Portugal came to our country, okay. But what happened at that time, actually there was a great demand of cotton, silk from India, okay, and spices also. So there was a gateway. It was from Istanbul, okay. That is, we can say, Constantinople. Okay, Istanbul means Constantinople. It was the name at that time, that country name. Okay, and Europe and Asia were doing the business, that is road business, means they were importing and exporting the goods by roadways. Okay, and especially the place was Istanbul, that is right now Istanbul, but at that time it was Constantinople. Okay, then what happens after many a times, means after that time the way was stopped. Okay, and the England now they have to do business because the things of Indians were in great demand. Okay, now first of all Columbus started his sailing, okay, towards India. And there was a thinking of Columbus, and he was thinking that ki Earth is round, okay. So he started his way. Actually, incidentally, he started his way in the opposite direction. So what happened? He not came to India, okay. He just went to the opposite direction. So he went to America, but he was not knowing that. Okay, he was thinking that I am in India. Okay, and that is why, see, there is one question arise in our mind, and that is about the red Indians. Okay, so if we talk about the red Indians, then see why red Indians are called. That is also because of Christopher Columbus, because they were thinking that these people are Indians. Okay, and that is why the red Indians also are there in America. Some of the people are also known as red Indians. After that, Vasco da Gama came to our country, okay, and he came from the Cape of Good Hope. That is, here is the way, okay. See, you can see Europe and India. So first Portugal's means they have also started from this type of way only, and they came from slow, means they came just the down part, the bottom part, and here you can see. So here one land is there in the corner part. You can see that is Cape of Good Hope. See, here the down part, it is a Cape of Good Hope, okay, and this part is Cape of Good Hope, and after from here we reach to, means they reach to India. Okay, so this was the way. In this picture you can see in 1500, near to 1500, 1498, Vasco da Gama came to India, okay, with the help of by Cape of Good Hope. Okay, so 1458, that is the date, also 22 May. Okay, and where they came? To Calicut. Okay, in that map also we have seen that. You can see here the map Calicut. Okay, so Portuguese came to Calicut, okay, during 1498. Okay, then what happened? So after that, slowly, means that is also King Zamorin, okay, gave him the permission. At that time, the king of Calicut was King Zamorin. See here, the king of Calicut, he was not a Mughal emperor, okay. He was just a king of Calicut, and he gave the permission to the Portuguese to do trade or do the business. Okay, and after that what happened? The Portuguese made the chief of the army, that is Albuquerque. Okay, Albuquerque was the chief of the Portuguese, made during 1502. Okay, so after that 4 years, passing during 1502, Albuquerque was the chief of Portuguese. Okay, and he started to make godowns. Okay, means godowns that, and also the killa, you know. Okay, that is the forts. Okay, you know that fort. Okay, at Delhi is also fort is there, then Diu also fort is there. Okay, the kings were making fort. Okay, and they make and they put their armies. Okay, for their protection. So here during 1502, Portuguese made fort. Okay, over Calicut, and slowly they started their business during 1506 at Goa, Bangalore, Cochin, Lanka, Deep, and Mumbai. Okay. After that, during 1700, okay, what happened? Now slowly during 1700, now see I am talking directly about 1700. Okay, and at 1700 what happened? Uh, Subhas of Bengal complained to Saja. Okay, and complained to Saja misbehaving of Portuguese. Okay, so after just 100 means after that nearby 200 years. Okay, the Portuguese now having more business. Okay, but also they were just harassing the people of the army of Indian army also. Okay, so now the people of India went to Sahaja. They told him that ki these Portuguese are harassing us or misbehaving with us. Okay, so what happened? So therefore, um, Sahaja went to Hooghly, okay, the fort of Hooghly, and he just defeated the Britishers over there. Okay, in that area, that is Hooghly is the place. Okay, where the Portuguese were there. They have made their fort over there. Okay, that is the Hooghly. See, the same thing was done by the Britishers also, but that will come later on. But right now we are talking about Portuguese. Okay, so now what happened? So and this Saja went over there. He fought against the Britishers and also burned the ships of Portuguese. Okay, now what happened? Only Diu, Daman, and Goa. These were the three places left by Portuguese to do business, and all other business was vanished. Okay, or stopped. So later on, after Portuguese, Dutch, British, and France came to India. Okay, and as we talk about the Dutch, that is Holland. Okay, means just right now Netherlands. Okay, it is also known as Netherlands. That is Holland, and Dutch were the people of Netherlands, or we can say Holland. Okay, they came to India in 16th century. Now we are again talking about the 16th century. Okay, 1948 Vasco da Gama came. That is Portugal came to our country, and in 16th century, nearby 1600 year. Okay, so who Dutch arrived at Pulicat. So here it is written. Okay, Dutch arrived at Pulicat nearby 1600, that is 1595. Okay, or 96 it may be. So after that the Dutch is also came to our country. So they started the business over there in Pulicat and Madras. Okay, Pulicat means right now Chennai, and Madras means Agra. Okay, at that time Agra means Agra. At that time it named as Agra. That is Madras. Okay, so right now Agra is there and Chennai is there. That is Pulicat and Madras. So there was a competition between Britishers. Okay, and Dutch. So it was a tough competition, but Britishers got success in that. Okay, the competition, Britishers were succeeded in that, and Dutch have to return to their country. Now During 1600, now see here, during 1600, Elizabeth, she was the queen of England. Okay, she was the king of England, and English company she had made, that is East India Company, during 1600. Okay, so Queen Elizabeth, okay, just sent Captain Hawkins. Okay, Captain Hawkins was there, who came to India. See, listen it carefully. Actually, Captain Hawking came by the ship at Surat. Okay, and then what happened? He went to Jahangir. He told to Jahangir, give me the permission to do business. But Jahangir had not given the permission to that Britisher. Okay, that is Hawking. But again, after several time, means after some time, who came over there? After that, Sir Thomas Roy, he came to Surat and he got the permission from Jahangir. Okay, first the Hawkins came, okay, Captain Hawking, but he not got the permission, and after that, Sir Thomas Roy of Britisher. So he came and he got the permission. Now, so Britishers were doing their business very well over here. Okay. Now after that, what happened? France came. Okay, and France came here during 1664. Okay, so 1664, France came to India. Okay, and their head was Duplessis. Duplessis. Okay, so Duplessis was the head of France. Okay, he came to India. Okay, and he started business at Surat and Pondicherry. Okay, so here French person, that is Duplessis, and he started business at Surat and Pondicherry. Now again the competition arise, okay, between France and Britishers, and actually during 1651 started business near Hooghly, Fort William. That is, Aurangzeb gave the permission without tax to Britishers. Now what happened? See, there was a tough competition, and in 1651, okay, 1651, there was a fort made by William. Okay, so I think so that name of the fort was Fort William, and it was made by the Britishers, and also here this time Aurangzeb was the king, the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb. Okay, so he had given the permission to the Britishers to do business without giving the tax. Okay, so without paying the tax, they were doing business now. So what happened actually? So he gave permission to do business in Bengal to whom? To the Britishers. So Britishers made Fort William over at Bengal. Okay, one fort was made by the Britisher, and name of that fort was Fort William. Okay. Now, before this, we have seen that Portugal came and they had also made the fort at Hooghly. But here we can see the Britishers made the fort, and that fort was Fort William, it name of the fort. Now what happened? See, actually, again the Bengal is in trouble. Okay, so income become less, so Bengal king Murshid Ali Khan opposed against Britishers. Now at that time, who was the king of Bengal? Murshid Ali Khan. He was the king of Bengal, and see, actually Britishers got the permission, okay, without paying the tax, he got the permission to do business. Okay, so here without getting the tax, here this person, that is Murshid Ali Khan, he was the king of Bengal, and he was not allowing Britishers to do that. Okay, So what happened? The battle between them. Okay. So that is why after that the Battle of Plassey took place. So you already know about the Battle of Plassey. Okay. So here we were talking that Murshid Ali Khan, and he was the first Nawab of Bengal. Okay, Murshid Ali Khan, he was the first Nawab of Bengal. Okay, and we have already seen that French arrived Pondicherry. You can also see that, and actually we were talking about the Bengal. There was after that there was a battle of Plassey. Okay, so what happened next? Now, after that, the Battle of Plassey took place. So, in that we can see that ki Siraj-ud-Daulah was the king of Bengal during the Battle of Plassey. Okay. So, Battle of Plassey, Siraj-ud-Daulah was the king of Bengal, and he was defeated by the Britishers. Actually, see, first what happened? The Bengal kings were defeating Britishers, but what happened? Ki once it was happened like that, ki Britishers were killed by the Indian, that is the Bengal soldiers. Okay, and so they also want the revenge of that. So that is why the battle of this sea, we have already seen that ki Murshid Ali Khan, he already defeated the Britishers. Now what happened ki later on the Britishers want to take the revenge, but what happened during 1756? Siraj-ud-Daulah was the king of Bengal. He was also opposing Britishers. Okay, and at that time, what happened? Ki Robert Clive came to the throne. Okay, of India. That is, he became the governor of Bengal. Okay, he also defeated Siraj-ud-Daulah. Okay, so but here one thing was there actually, see, Britishers want to take the revenge. Okay, and Robert Clive was the governor over there. So what Robert Clive have done? Actually, you know that okay, Britishers were making many plans, okay, to defeat, and legally also they were doing, and illegally also they were doing. So here an illegal plan was made by Lord Robert Clive. Okay, so now what happened? Ki the chief, okay, the chief of we can say Bengal, who was that? Mir Zafar. Siraj-ud-Daulah was the king, but there was a chief of the army. Okay, Senapati. We are told, we are taking saying them Senapati. So here Mir Zafar was the chief of army, and Robert Clive. What he done? He told to the Mir Zafar that I will make you the king of Bengal. Okay, you just tell me the secrets. Now, also what he had done, the Robert Clive gave so a lot of money to Amichand. Amichand was a means Amichand was a landholder. Okay, and this many things was done by Robert Clive. Okay, to defeat Siraj-ud-Daulah, and finally they have made so many illegal things, and after that finally Siraj-ud-Daulah was defeated by Robert Clive, and Robert Clive killed Siraj-ud-Daulah. Okay, now Mir Zafar became the king. Okay, but he also started to oppose the policy of Britishers. See what happened? Actually, हम कहते हैं ना जो बुरा होता है उनका कभी साथ नहीं देना चाहिए. Okay, तो here also the Britishers now Mir Zafar come to know about the policy of Britishers. These people are not good. Okay, and Siraj-ud-Daulah means Mir Zafar also started to oppose the Britishers. Now what happened? The Britishers again made the illegal policy, and he told to the other person. Okay, and that is so Britishers started to make many plants illegals. Okay, and they also done the same thing with Mir Zafar, but actually it was going on, and Mir Zafar was just a puppet of Britishers. Whatever the Britishers do, he do that. Okay, actually there was no any other option. Okay, with Mir Zafar. So at last, what happened? After Mir Zafar died, okay, Robert Clive directly became the king of Bengal. Okay, so here this was the policy of the Britishers, and after the means before that, what they were doing, they were not having interest to become a king. Actually, the Britishers, they just want the tax, they want to earn money and do business only. But later on, when Mir Zafar died, okay, so what the Britishers thought, कि every time whoever so the becoming the king, it is they are giving us a lot of harassment. So now just don't make any king, and Lord Robert Clive himself became the king of Bengal. Okay. Actually, Bengal was came under the British rule during 1756 only. Okay. So now after this, there was a policy of the Britishers, and in that I just tell you the other name also, that is Mir Kazim. Okay, so Mir Kazim was there, Mir Zafar was there. So just they both, after the death of Sirajuddaula, okay, they also want to become the Nawab, okay, or we can say the king, okay. So they had became the king also, but they were just the puppets of Britishers. So what happened later on is that here you can see Battle of Plassey had done, Battle of Buxar was also happen. Okay, so Battle of Plassey was in 1757, and Battle of Buxar after that we have seen that Mir Kazim. Okay, so Mir Kazim, Mir Zafar, they all were just come to know about the Britishers that they are not good, and again the Battle of Buxar was happened in 1764, and that also we lost. Okay, now after this, Mughal Emperor Shah Alam was there. At that time, what happened? The British loot of India begins. Okay, so during this time, okay, when Mughal Emperor Shah Alam was there, so he given the Britishers permission to not take the tax. Okay, so Britishers now they are not giving the tax, and they are enjoying, and they were doing business. Okay, so they started to take the tax with the people. Okay, actually first what they were doing, they were only having the connection with the kings, but here Mughal Emperor Shah Alam gave the permission to the Britishers to for tax also. Okay, means it was happened like that, and Britishers started to take tax and all that things. Also at that time, in Bengal, Warren Hastings was also there with Robert Clive in between, and later on after Lord Clive death, okay, Warren Hastings had made Supreme Court. Okay, Fort William. We have seen, no, that Calicut. At Calicut it was. Okay. So Calicut, it was not at Bengal. It was at Calicut. At Bengal, who made Portuguese? Okay. At Hooghly, they had made fort, and here at Calicut it was made by the Britishers. And now, when during 1772 73 Supreme Court was made over there. Okay, and here some of the points of Robert Clive. Okay, so Robert Clive came to Madras in 1743. Okay, and he started business over here, and then 1767 he left India. Okay, and became rich. He was his his money was actually, he was having money that is 4 lakh 1102 pound. Okay, he was having this much money, and because of that, a charge of corruption was just done on him during 1772, and during 1774 he committed suicide. Okay, so this was the story of first chapter. Okay, and we have already completed our revision part. Thank you.